About eating it. I've just been eating on it, but we're getting to the point of where I'm not going to be able to eat any more of it. But I've gotten these, like, I don't know, you get them at like the deli containers, and there's like one that's about this big with plastic lids that I put stuff in and take to work, so that way if the plasticware doesn't make it back home, it's not a big deal. It's, kind of a throwaway thing. So I've got one of those containers left, and I just ate a plate of it. So then I guess I'll eat it again on Friday, and then whatever I don't eat on Friday is it's gone. I can't do it anymore. So we have now made a mental note that John does not like egg noodles. Which I could have sworn I've made something else that had egg noodles in it, and he ate it just fine. I don't know. But it will be a good hot minute before I do anything with egg noodles in it again. Can't you freeze it and save it for another week? Maybe you could. I don't know. There was something else that I made. It was like a soup I made, and I thought, well, we didn't eat all of it. He didn't really care for it that much, so I would freeze it. I froze it. And when I tried to thaw it out and heat it back up and to eat it, it didn't turn out. So I'm a little afraid of that. Lorraine is always down for the, if we're not going to eat something, to take it and eat it. But I guess I just never got it to her. I don't know why I didn't give her some. But it's just too much. And I'm never going to make another 9x13 pan of anything again. That's just for certain. Because whenever you think he's going to really like something, and you think he's going to eat a whole ton of it, he doesn't. And if you don't anticipate it and you don't make a whole lot of it, he eats it all. Just like last night there was a recipe for burrito loaf. And basically, you take like a loaf pan. So I took a small loaf pan, and you put the big tortillas. So I used the Carb Smart tortillas. So it was like enough for two. You put like refried beans in the bottom. I cooked up another pound of the ground beef, so put ground beef in there. I put some of, I seasoned it, of course, with taco seasoning. I used a little bit of that Taco Bell Mexican pizza sauce in there, a bunch of cheese, that kind of stuff. Put it in, you wrap it up, you put it in the oven, you bake it, you pull it out, you flip it over out of the pan, it makes like a loaf, and you cut it up. So that was what I did last night. And he really liked it, and of course, between the two of us, we ate it all. So what's for dinner tonight? Tonight is my night out, my trying something new, so I will be going someplace new. He is having, I don't really care for steak, and he's just now getting back into beef. I'm not really sure if beef was ever really an issue. I think he just cut it out for some reason. I'm not really sure how that worked. But he's deemed it now to where we can start reintroducing beef back into his diet, primarily because his iron has been low. So the beef is a source of iron. So we're introducing some beef back in. So he likes steak. So I got and I know this is probably a pretty cheap cut of steak, but I don't care for steak. I had too many steaks growing up as a kid. So I got him a flank steak. So I marinated it in herb garlic marinade, and I put it in the air fryer this morning, and then I made some mashed potatoes, and I cut it up for him, and I put it in some plasticware, and I said, here is your dinner for dinner tonight. So that is what he is having. And if I had you guess, I also made him 2 grilled chicken sandwiches for his lunch. If I had you guess, I would bet you that steak and mashed potatoes are probably gone. And he probably has the chicken sandwiches for lunch or for dinner. But I don't care which way he eats it, as long as he eats it. But yes, we are introducing beef back in, and I think really this is the first week that I have given him multiple days worth of beef. And in fact, now that I think about it, I got some thinly sliced like steak strips that's going to go into a pasta tomorrow. So I guess we'll see how he does with all the beef this week. That might not have been a good move, but we'll see what happens. So that is what was for dinner last night, and what he's having for dinner tonight. So given who beef? Given John, who has Crohn's and IBS. So I'm not sure how many years he's not had beef or pork, and his Crohn's was under control. He is just kind of come off of a really, really bad flare-up that was months long. And when they did his blood work at the doctor, they determined he had low iron and suggested that he eat beef. Now, in order to get the Crohn's flare-up under control, he went on a 30-day liquid diet. A full liquid diet. And I'll give him props. He stuck to it, he did it, and we came out the other side with the Crohn's flare-up subsided. So I'm not sure how many weeks he is now off of that and back into regular food. But we've tried to kind of introduce it back a little slowly, if that makes sense. But, all right. Well, it looks like my few minutes that I had are just about up. So I guess I will be going back to work. Hey, Amy, I am having a good week. I hope you are as well. So this feels like it went well. So perhaps another day, I will try the live experience on this page again. I don't know if you're wondering about the dog nanny videos. And I think my video kind of explaining them was a little garbled. But what happened was I had seen a video about a Sheltie that had gone to a groomer and had been shaved, which is not something with a Sheltie you ever want to do. And the girl was like, well, I didn't know. I had no clue you weren't supposed to do that and this and that. And everybody was kind of the Sheltie community, I guess, was all kind of up in arms about it. And she said, well, what am I supposed to do in the Tennessee heat? So I commented on her video and said, hey, if you're near Nashville, I'm in Tennessee. I've owned Shelties my whole entire life. Maybe our Shelties can be friends. And I can help you out or what have you. Maybe, we can be buddies type thing. She never responded, which is fine. I, of course, told John about it, who then, of course, in classic John fashion, wanted to be the face of how to handle a Sheltie, which he doesn't really know anything either. He just knows what I've told him. And, and Lizzie, of course, is very spoiled. She always has been very spoiled. My mother spoiled her. I spoil her. John spoils her. Auntie Lorraine spoils her. Everybody spoils Lizzie. Lizzie is the queen of the house and will always be that way. And, I think having Lizzie around for John is great because it gives him something to focus on and do and what have you. Because trust me, she runs him around like there's no tomorrow. She bosses him around, tells him what she wants all day long, keeps him busy. As she should. That's her job. And his job is to take care of her. But they've bonded really, really well, which I would have never guessed that, but they've bonded really, really well. But so John started out with the groomer and the snap video, and he's like, oh, and I should tell how I do the dog food, and because now he's the expert. So okay, we'll do a video with the dog food. And, now we got to do the video on the treats. So I don't know what next video he will decide that he wants to do, but he's having a good time with it. And they are kind of funny because he can be funny when he wants to be. So that's kind of the story of the dog nanny. And he does call himself the dog nanny. He's her nanny. So, all right. Well, you all have a good rest of your day, and we'll do this again on another lunch. So.